still construct homes like this? Of course not. Modern home construction should mean just that, modern. Yet many home builders still rely on 1960s technology in at least one area of construction: insulation. Fiberglass, once thought of as the best possible insulation, is being replaced in efficiency, cost, and safety by a better, more modern product: Xcell stabilized cellulose. When you adopt better methods and products, you produce higher quality homes your customers can better afford, because you pass along the added benefits of higher efficiency and lower cost. And now with Xcell, the decision to insulate with a higher quality, more efficient product is no exception.
Thanks for dropping by to take a look at the new home I'm building. Now, you know the homes that I build are a lot like other builders, but I'd be willing to bet they're a lot better in one big way: the insulation. See, I found this better insulation, light years better than fiberglass. Xcell stabilized cellulose. I don't use fiberglass anymore. Xcell is the only insulation I use for any of my homes.
Home builders have three main goals. First, to use the best construction materials available to create homes that are safer and more comfortable. Second, to complete those homes at prices that families can afford. And third, to make enough profit to continue building the kinds of homes that your customers expect. To reach those goals, home builders watch for improvements in building materials like this one: Xcell stabilized cellulose insulation. The key to higher profitability for builders, and for families, the key to a safer, quieter, more comfortable, and more affordable home.
You know, blown-in cellulose insulation's been around for more than 40 years. But the new Xcell that will go in these walls is about as much like that original product as a cat is like a dog. Oh, heck, Xcell is a far better product than blown-in cellulose was only 5 years ago.
One key to Xcell's better performance is the training of its installers. Professional contractors can install this advanced cellulose only after training and certification by Xcell's maker, Central Fiber Corporation. To become a certified Xcell contractor, installers attend seminars to study the thermal envelope, insulation equipment and methods, the sales and marketing of Xcell, and hands-on training in installation.
Yes, sir. Training is one big reason I choose Xcell, and the product itself is another reason. Notice how Xcell fills every crack and cranny. See how it flows around pipe and electrical, sealing everything completely. You know, compared with fiberglass, houses insulated with Xcell use much less energy. That's right, thermal efficiency. It's all about thermal efficiency, an efficiency that fiberglass just can't match.
It's true. Fiberglass can't match Xcell's thermal efficiency, and tests prove it. The University of Colorado insulated two otherwise identical homes, one with cellulose and one with fiberglass. Then the experts compared energy use. The home insulated with cellulose consumed 38% less energy than the home insulated with fiberglass. How could energy use be cut by more than a third? Well, for three reasons. One is R value. That is, how well the insulation resists heat flow. On the R value scale, loose-fill fiberglass rates between R2.2 and R2.5 per inch. Xcell rates R3.8 per inch, as much as 70% more insulating performance than fiberglass. In this demonstration with fiberglass on the left and Xcell cellulose on the right, notice how the heat generated by light bulbs below the insulation moves freely through the fiberglass. But the heat can't penetrate Xcell due to its dense thermal mass. In less than 5 minutes, the temperature inside the fiberglass becomes 30 degrees warmer than the temperature of the Xcell cellulose. Another reason for that one-third reduction in energy use is that inside the fiberglass, dropping temperature creates moving air currents, much as colder air sinks in the atmosphere. This convection lets cold air ride these currents. According to a study by Oak Ridge Laboratories, such convection cuts the R value of fiberglass by as much as 50%. That's right, just when insulation is needed most, fiberglass fails to perform. Compare that to Xcell. Its fibers are so dense that convection can't occur. In fact, those same Oak Ridge tests showed that as temperatures drop, cellulose actually performs better. And here's the third reason for that 38% reduction in energy use. In addition to cold moving by convection, the air itself moves inside fiberglass just as it does through this furnace filter. But not Xcell. The same density that won't allow convection also won't allow air movement. In this demonstration, air moves freely through a 1-inch fiberglass furnace filter. While the fiberglass is an effective filter, it doesn't block air movement. But notice that when only 1/8 inch of cellulose is placed on the same furnace filter, airflow is virtually eliminated. And in another controlled demonstration, a fan generates airflow below both samples of insulation. Again, fiberglass on the left and Xcell cellulose on the right. Notice how the air from the fan moves quickly through the fiberglass, causing the ping pong ball on the top of the box to float on the air current. But air can't move through the Xcell, so the ping pong ball above it doesn't move at all. All in all, Xcell's density translates to better thermal performance, lower energy cost, and a less drafty house, benefits that home buyers appreciate.
You know, back before I knew better, I used to really dislike the thought of installing cellulose insulation. I mean, I'd heard all the horror stories about how it's so dusty and how it burns and how rodents and bugs like to build their homes in it. But now that I know better, I know none of that is true about Xcell.
That's right, none of it is true. During installation, Xcell is practically dust-free, and its fibers are safe and non-carcinogenic. And it can't burn. These comparison tests show why. A concentrated flame easily burned completely through a fiberglass bat. But with Xcell's density, there's no air in the mass to support combustion. In addition, Xcell is treated with boric acid, a superior fire retardant. Xcell is the safest insulation you can choose. And for insect and rodent control, that same boric acid treatment is heartily disliked by ants, roaches, silverfish, mice, squirrels, and other pests.
Yep, I learned that some things about Xcell aren't true. But I also learned from homeowners some things about cellulose insulation that are true.
Cellulose does cost more to install. Not as much as you might think when you compare it. The savings that you get back in just the energy savings because of the cost of fuels, depending on how you're heating or cooling your house, most likely will pay for itself within 3 years, if not less than that. My cost in this house, because it's the way I built it and used the cellulose insulation throughout, my house is averaging $100 a month, and that's about a 60% savings. The result is that we got a good insulated job. The house is tight and it's very energy efficient, and I love that.
Sure, homeowners like Xcell's lower cost, but what about me? As a builder, I'd like to lower my costs too, and with Xcell, I can. See, no vapor barrier needed in here, no house wrap needed out there. And oh yes, with Xcell, I can reduce the size of the home's heating and cooling needs by 20% or more and still give my home buyers the comfort they want. Now you see why I choose Xcell, not fiberglass, for my homes and home buyers. I said a few minutes ago that in the area of insulation, my homes are better. Now I think you know why that's true. When it comes to the benefits that Xcell has over inefficient, low-tech fiberglass, well, I think you'll choose Xcell.